Palaces have a long history and reflect the culture of their time. They originated in ancient civilizations like Egypt and Babylon, and later in Persia. Despite evolving designs, they were always built with lavish materials and intricate craftsmanship. In this video, we will find out the most expensive palaces in the world. Let's begin. Windsor Castle, UK, $236 million. Designed for William the Conqueror in the 11th century, Windsor Castle showcases Georgian-style architecture and boasts various state apartments, along with a rich collection of artifacts and art collections. St. George's Chapel, situated within the castle grounds, has gained attention as the chosen venue for royal weddings. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Queen has established Windsor Castle as her permanent residence. Aksaray Palace, Turkey, $663 million. The UNESCO World Heritage List features Aksaray Palace, which is a beautiful structure from the medieval period. Originally belonging to Emir Timur, the palace took 24 years to build, starting from 1380. Today, the preserved section of the palace has been restored and continues to serve as a focal point for cultural festivals. Dolmabahce Palace, Istanbul, $1.5 billion. The construction of Dolmabahce Palace started in 1843 under the rule of Sultan Abdülmecit, aiming to address the financial challenges faced by the Ottoman Empire. This palace was decorated with gold and crystal, standing as Turkey's largest monoblock palace. With its impressive design, it has 285 rooms, 68 toilets, 6 hammams, and 44 halls. Istana Nurul Iman Palace, Brunei, $3.9 billion. The Istana Nurul Iman Palace, located on the banks of the Brunei River, is the biggest inhabitant of a state head. It was built in 1984, the same year Brunei gained independence from Britain. Designed by Leonardo V. Loxin, the palace had an estimated construction cost of $1 billion. Covering an area of 20,000 square meters, it has 1,788 rooms, 250 bathrooms, and 5 swimming pools, as stated by Istana Nurul Iman. Winter Palace, Russia, $6.44 billion. The Winter Palace, which is renowned as the prominent structure in St. Petersburg, initially served as the primary residence for Peter the Great, the first imperial ruler. Later on, a descendant of Peter the Great enlisted Francesco Bartolomeo Rastrelli to overhaul the castle, resulting in numerous modifications over the following years. By 1917, it had transformed into the State Hermitage Museum, offering public access to certain sections of the palace. Buckingham Palace, $7.2 billion. In the 1820s, Buckingham House underwent a transformation by King George VI, becoming a palace that has functioned as the official residence and administrative headquarters of the monarch. Boasting around 775 rooms, including 52 bedrooms for royalty and guests, as well as 92 offices, this grand palace attracts over 50,000 visitors annually. Throughout its history, it has also played host to various political and social receptions. Tokyo Imperial Palace, Japan, $12.25 billion. Located on the remains of Edo Castle, the Tokyo Imperial Palace finished construction in 1888 and was destroyed during the Second World War, but later built in a similar style. Unlike the Forbidden City, the Imperial Palace is not open to visitors except on January 02 for the New Year's greeting and on February 23, the Emperor's birthday. Louvre Palace, France, $45.5 billion. Under the reign of Francis I, the old Parisian castle was demolished in 1546 to make way for the construction of the Louvre Palace, overseen by Pierre Lescot. Although the portion of the Louvre we see today was only a small contribution by the king, large expansions were carried out in the 17th century by subsequent monarchs, as noted by Britannica. After Louis XIV's relocation of his residences to Versailles in 1682, the palace ceased to serve as a royal home and underwent adaptation into a museum within the following decade. Palace of Versailles, France, $50.7 billion. Popular for its luxury, the Palace of Versailles stands among the world's greatest palaces. Initially serving as a hunting lodge for Louis XIII, the palace was later transformed by his successor, who declared himself the Sun King. Showing off an impressive 350 living units, the castle showcases magnificent Baroque and Rococo architecture, filled out by large gardens decorated with sculptures. Forbidden City Complex, China, $69.66 billion. According to CNN, The Forbidden City complex in Beijing, which is 3 times bigger than the Louvre, is renowned for its exceptional preservation of wooden architecture. It took a workforce of more than 1 million workers and 100,000 craftsmen to complete the project over a span of 14 years. Serving as the residence for 24 emperors, the Forbidden City is said to consist of 9,999.5 rooms, symbolizing the Chinese belief that the God of Heaven possesses 10,000 rooms. Well, that's it for today's video.